All right, welcome back. We are going to start our next unit. So, unit 4, which is going to be quite a few proofs, which we've started. But it's also, we're going to do a lot of stuff with triangles. So, we're going to leave in our notebooks here. Let me just switch over to the document camera here. Okay, page 46 and 47 we're leaving for the Unit 3 review. So on page 49, we'll title page 49 Unit 4, and we're going to just label it triangles. Okay, Unit 4 triangles. That's on page 49. On page 50, we're going to look at our learning targets, which I have forgotten to write those down on each unit, but it's been on Canvas every time. So learning targets. And for this one, we only have 2 learning targets. But they are going to take some time. So learning target 1, we'll call it D1, is I can use triangle theorems to find interior and exterior angle measurements. Okay, and then D2, I can prove triangles congruent using theorems, transformations, and or constructions. Okay, so on this one, we're gonna really focus on the theorems. We've kind of already talked about transformations, and we're not really going to talk much about constructions, but we are going to do the theorems. Okay, so let's flip to, well, not flip, but we're just going to go to page 51 here. Okay, we're on page 51. And we're just going to title this Types of Triangles just types of triangles. Okay, there are several different types of triangles that you should know about. Okay, and we can separate triangles into 2 groups. We can name them by their sides and we can name them by their angles. So if we look at naming a triangle by sides, Okay, there are three types of triangles by sides. We have a scalene, we have an isosceles, and we have an equilateral. Okay, a scalene, none of the sides are the same. Okay, so this shows that all three sides are different. An isosceles triangle has two sides the same. And then this one will be different, but I don't need to put one there. And an equilateral has all three sides the same. Okay, and remember, we don't go off of looks, we go off of the notation that is written there. If we want to name a triangle, by its angles, there are four names for that. We have acute, obtuse, right, and equiangular. Okay, an acute triangle has three acute angles. So three acute angles. An obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. A triangle cannot have more than one obtuse angle. So one obtuse angle. A right triangle has one right angle. You cannot have a triangle on a flat surface with more than one right angle. So one right angle. And a triangle that is equiangular has all three angles congruent. Okay, all three angles of that are congruent. So here's kind of the tricky part. An equiangular triangle is also an acute triangle. Okay, let's just draw that arrow there. Okay, an equiangular is also acute. But if I have an acute triangle, that does not mean it's equiangular. Okay, so this is also an acute triangle. Our first learning target talks about finding the interior and exterior angles. So if we have a picture here, if I draw a triangle is made up of three sides, and those three sides can come from lines. So if I draw this line, and then let's say I draw this line, and then this one. Okay, so here's my triangle right here. We have some types of angles here with it. Okay, so I have these angles right here that are on the inside of my triangle. Okay, these are interior angles. Well, I have more than just these three interior angles because I have vertical angles to that. So this angle right here and this one and this one are also considered interior angles because they're congruent. Our exterior angles are the other angles. So this angle, this one, this one, this one, there, and there. So these are outside or exterior. Okay, outside or exterior. Now, if you look here, if you take an interior and an exterior, you will get 180 degrees. So if I take an exterior and an interior, so an exterior plus an interior equals 180 degrees. Okay, so that's one of the properties. Another property, actually we'll do two more properties. We have the triangle sum property. Okay, and that says that the three interior angles of a triangle equal 180. So the three interior angles of a triangle, that's a symbol, that's the notation for a triangle, of a triangle sum to 180. Okay, and then the last property that we're going to talk about is called the exterior angle theorem. I've got this valid list of reasons page here, and let's see if I can find it on here. Oh, maybe on the back. Okay, so there's the triangle sum theorem we just talked about. But then here's the exterior angle theorem that we're going to talk about. So exterior angles theorem. Okay. It says that an exterior angle is the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Okay, so I'm gonna draw that. I'm gonna draw that up here, but I'm also gonna use this. Okay, so if I want to find this angle, whoop. Up here, if I want to find this exterior angle, I want to find this angle right here. It equals this angle plus this angle. Okay, because they're opposite. Okay, so you go to the inside and it's the opposite too. Okay, so if I wanted to find this exterior, I'd go to the inside and then the other two, I'd add those up and it would equal that. We will prove this later on down the road with some of our triangles, but those are the two theorems that we're going to end on today. I'll find an IXL practice or some practice problems using these and using the names of the triangles. Okay, so that will be the end of this lesson, and we will see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.